Blue and pink rally at Reed hearing. Groups dressed in blue and pink converged on Norfolk Superior Court in Dedham, Massachusetts on Friday as a motions hearing was held to determine if charges should be dropped against Karen Reed, as supposed new evidence shows that the jury, despite not rendering a verdict, acquitted her of second-degree murder. Inside the courtroom, defense attorneys argued that at least two of Reed's three charges should be dismissed, as the jury reached unanimous decisions to acquit Reed of the charges, and no one believed she hit John O'Keefe with her car. Offering no proof or affidavits from jurors they claimed that made those statements, the defense argued that even though a mistrial was declared, the judge would be committing double jeopardy by trying Reed again, as clearly, they claim, the jury found her not guilty of two of the three charges. The prosecution countered that the jury had multiple opportunities to come back with a verdict and, after 5 days of deliberation, did not come back with that verdict. The defense had the opportunity to object to a mistrial before it was granted, and without a verdict there was no indication of an actual decision rendered by the jury. Offering a mix of coverage from inside and outside of the courtroom, Aidan Turtleboy Kearney insulted and degraded members of the Blue camp who were there supporting John O'Keefe's family and the prosecution through tweets. Kearney bragged that Pink represented good and Blue represented evil, and that the size of Pink's crowd overshadowed Blue's crowd by a good margin. He then pointed out his nemesis, Kate Peter, who was drinking a beer at an establishment well beyond the range of his 100-yard protection order against Peter. Instead of expressing fear of Peter, he insulted and degraded her, accusing her of day drinking, while lashing out at anyone else he saw who would be near her. On the Blue side of the street, Peter live streamed for nearly 2 hours, focusing on the growing number of people showing up to support the family of John O'Keefe. Peter filmed press interviews where members of the Blue movement expressed concern about the relentless attacks from the other side of the street. Peter filmed at least one person being interviewed explaining that relentless attacks by the other side include leaving negative reviews for and contacting the workplaces of those they can identify on the Blue side. Peter herself recently released a written statement by Sergeant Cawley of the Dedham Police Department of what he witnessed when Kearney attempted to have Peter charged with violating the protection order he has against her, despite Peter being immobile and Kearney approaching her and contacting the officer. Kearney is attempting to use the incident to have Peter's bond revoked in her felony witness intimidation case. Judge Beverly Cannoni did not rule on the motion to have charges dismissed in the Reed case. She stated that she will rule on the motion later this summer.